That thing goes way too quickly. Way too quickly. Hello, folks, once again, and welcome to another episode of To Be Announced, where we are giving you, excuse me, apologize, folks, a lot of pollen in the air. It's ridiculous out here this time of year. We are giving you usually like some of the geek top stories that have happened the week prior, but this is our Memorial Day weekend special. So, Memorial Day, we know, is the unofficial start of summertime. And we know what happens during the summer, right? A lot of movies, a lot of TV shows, even some comics. This summertime has become a blockbuster uh, time of year for uh, entertainment across platforms. So we're going to give you some of the hot things that are coming out now. So are we ready to have some fun?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Yes.
So let's.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah, I don't know where that came from. You know why? Because I'm having tea and I'm very
Jesus.
excited. So first thing I've got coming up is we've got a comic from DC called Steel Works. This is actually being written by Michael Dorn. If you know the name, you definitely know this gentleman, Michael Dorn, aka Worf from Star Trek Next Generation and the Next Generation series, the movies, and also Picard. He's written a few things as well. I'm not sure about comic books though, but this is going to be his entry. It's a miniseries for Dawn of DC. This is their DC's year-long storyline where it's new characters are emerging, new storylines. Actually, the Justice League is gone now. The Teen Titans have taken over. I believe they just call it Titans now. And this is a story of John Henry Irons. We all know him as one of the individuals who made his debut when Superman died. He was the Steel Superman, whose name was Steel. Yeah, I kind of didn't really deliver that well at all.
So creative.
But this is a story of a future timeline where he's got his business going, and this is also coincides with the 30th anniversary of the character. I didn't realize it had been 30 years since the death of Superman. All that. Yeah, that was. Yeah, I didn't realize when I read that. I was like, wait, what? But yeah, that does make sense. I think I still have his issue. I have his issue, Superboy's issue. I might have Eradicators too. I'm not sure. But yeah, and he's one of those big characters that he's been making a big splash in the Dawn of DC, and also the Steel engineer of Tomorrow story arc in Action Comics. This is going to be really cool. I want to see what Dorn does with the character because this is a very beloved character, and this is John Henry Irons has his own company called Steelworks. It's him and his niece, and he also has a relationship with, I didn't know this, with Lana Lang, who was like the teen love. Or I should say like the high school love, the teen love of Kal-El, of Superman, Clark Kent. That's a little awkward, but I mean it's no different than a soap opera, so I can't really say anything because comics are basically the soap operas in art form, really, for most part.
True.
I think it's going to be really cool. I want to check this out. I want to see how they do John Henry Irons and his niece as well. And yeah, and it's going to be a miniseries. Like I said, this is going to be dropping. When is the date for this one? I want to say it's going to be June 6th. So that's like a couple weeks away. That's awesome. I want to check this out. Yeah, I'll probably pre-order this. I think I already pre-ordered the digital, so I'm going to get this as well in print. A couple issues. See if they got a nice variant. I'm always about the variants because they're cool.
Nice.
See,
I'm excited.
we're going to give you blockbusters that aren't just movies, folks. We're going to go across the spectrum. We're going to give you a plethora of different blockbuster tax and everything. Yeah, I'm excited about it. So I want to see where this goes. This is going to be awesome. And it's Michael Dorn, who I've always been a fan of since, I mean, the first time I saw Worf on Star Trek, The Next Generation, was just between him and Data. They were the two characters that drew my eye the most and drew my attention the most. Actually, Troy too, because of being half betazoid and empathic, but not being telepathic. Yeah, so those characters were really cool to me. I'm excited. Yabba dabba do. There you go.
I'm interested.
Yeah, I think it's just something nice. Reading outside is cool. I love it. This will be another one that Joy can add to her list of ever-growing comic books for life.
Please don't. I'm looking at the stack right now, and I'm just like,
Yep.
I can't.
There's so much great stuff. I mean, it's hard to really differentiate. What have you got for us, Jabba?
All right. So, like you said, it's the time of year for movies. That means it's the time of year to start going in and getting those big, large containers of popcorn. and those big like 40-ounce Slurpees, because that's like my go-to. So, as you know, like we've been getting trailers upon trailers upon trailers upon trailers upon trailers of multiple movies. And what I want to do is I want to start off with obviously the Spooty Man, aka Spider-Man Across the Spider Universe. I am super excited. It comes out. Drum roll, please. That comes out June 2nd.
Oh, thank God.
Oh,
Thank God.
that's so close. Okay. All right.
Yeah, so it's literally like the first movie to hit theaters that is quote unquote summer session. So I am excited. If you guys haven't seen Into the Spider-Verse, you better go see, because that thing, I believe that one won an Oscar, correct?
I think it was maybe 2.
Yeah. So like if you got Spooky, and it's associated with Marvel, but it wasn't a Marvel movie because Sony owned it. So you better go watch it. Like I said, there's so many innuendos and so many spoofs within like the first one. I can't wait what they do for the second one. So I'm super excited for that one to come out.
Yeah, that was a huge movie. It was so different, the animation style, and for it to be a Spider-Man property and to not be starring quote unquote Peter Parker. And for Miles to be taking the reins at a certain point, that was one of my favorite. That was one of my favorite. It can't be. I don't think it's streaming anywhere either that I know of.
No, I've been looking for the first one for a while, and it's always been like you like catch it on demand with whatever cable provider that you have. So like I think if anybody has like whatever cable provider they have, if they have FX, I've seen it on the FX network, so you can watch it from there. But depending on who your cable services, you got to go from that point.
Okay. The only time I saw it was I saw it in theaters. The only time I saw it streaming was when Netflix, before Disney Plus, when Netflix would do their Christmas movie, like they'd have that movie that they would drop on Christmas, and it was that one year it was Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse. I watched it like 5 times.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, it was streaming on there. It was like I want to say that year after it dropped. I want to say because it may have been that year because that and Aquaman dropped in the same 2-week period, I want to say maybe. And I remember watching it. But I own the Blu-ray. So
Same.
Thank you Best Buy for like $5. Thank you.
Same. Best Buy came in clutch.
I don't own it. I just have to stream it.
You don't own it? Ma'am.
Jabba.
Ma'am.
We got
it has to be rectified. Yes.
We got you.
Don't worry. Got you, sis.
Look, trust me, I as a moviegoer, I own a couple of them, but it's been like the way I've been doing it, I stream everything. It's like I don't have like the use for like a physical copy. So it's like even though I want to keep it, it's just like I don't have the use for physical copy. Watching over and over. Trust me, I love the extra stuff that comes on like those the Blu-rays where it's like the commentaries, the behind the scenes. So like my favorite things to watch. Same. But yeah, I need to probably I'll go on Amazon. Get it. Don't shame me.
You know what? Just wait till November. Just wait till Black Friday weekend and Best Buy.
I'm sure they'll have like a double package. Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah. Geeking on a budget, baby. Right?
There we go.
Is it something like that?
Go.
Gotcha.
I didn't. Yeah, that's a good one. That's a good one. Okay, I'll wait.
All I got to say is, what's up, Danger?
Hey.
Joy Infinity, what you got going on for us, that story?
So, in terms of video games, Antonio, you brought this up before, but I had streamed the first part of this game, and now they're coming out with a sequel. It is Oxenfree 2 Lost Signals. Or Lost Signal. I want to make sure I say it right. Is it Lost Signal or Lost Signals? I'm nervous. Lost Signals. No, it's plural. Yeah, I was right. So Oxenfree, if you all have not played it, I highly suggest you play it. I am Joy, and I am not one for horror. I'm the opposite of that. But this game was very suspense worthy to me. It was very much like, you just kind of graduate, you're about to graduate high school, which we've all at some point been there. You're about to explore this new part of your life. You're in your same town and you're getting ready to figure out what you want to do with your life. And then you have the quote unquote summer party, and then stuff goes down, and you're kind of like, what happened? Do you want to explore that option? Do you not? And I love video games like that, and I'm very grateful that if you were on the stream for that first game, I will be streaming the second game, obviously on twitch.tv/joyfinity. But yeah, this one's coming out. Obviously, I gotta promote. I'm just saying. This one is coming out. I'm gonna say July. Let me just make sure. I'm just going on the website just to double check here. I know I looked it up. I saw it. And I was like, oh yeah, this is summer game for sure. But yeah, please, if you can, check that out. Oh my god, I'm excited. Super excited. Do you guys have any plans? Because I plan on buying it as soon as it comes out.
I probably watch your streams from that game just so I can remember. If not, I have to look it up myself to see what it is too. Because like I said, I remember you playing it, but I just gotta remember exactly which play. Because like I said, as another person, I don't do horror. If I do horror, I'm going to church because I'll be speaking all the psalms and the chapters, and I'm like, because we're not doing that. Satan, stay away. All you horror demons, stay away from me.
I think it's coming out July 12th, by the way. It's to
July
me
12th? Okay.
It's the least horror-esque. Like there's not blood and gore and nothing like that. It's just the concept, well, not the concept, but radio. Like there's a signal. Okay, for all those kids or all the people that may not know what a radio is, like a physical radio, a stereo. People brought the radio. Look. I went to the Museum of Failure not that long ago, and people had, oh my god, they had this particular product, and they were like, "What?" Like they never heard of it. I'm like, "Bruh, it's the Zune. Like, what do you mean you've never heard of this?" Like, I felt old. So,
they never heard the Zune.
Yeah, there was some products in there that people were like, "Oh, that's a failure." Me, and I'm just like, "Oh, yeah, the Zoom was a failure." Like I just NVIDIA. What was it? The Nokia. You remember the Nokia Engage, where it was supposed to be like a phone? Was supposed to be like a video game. It was supposed to be a controller. That was a failure in the museum. Whole side tangent. Yeah. Whole side tangent. Wow. But the game, I know the game is the party. They bring a radio to a beach, like a secluded beach, to have fun, to get drunk and whatnot. And they turn, cranking the radio to find the channel, how they used to back in the day. And they heard this weird signal, and it seemed kind of like alien-esque. And of course, you're like, do we follow that? Do we try to figure out what it is? It doesn't happen at home. It only happens on this beach. Do you explore? And now this game is saying 5 years after the event of the first one, does someone come back? And they're like, yeah, we need to investigate. Why do you need to? I'm nosy.
I'm about to say, did they not learn their lesson from like from the one 5 years ago? I'm about to say, you chuck that thing in the ocean and call it a day. Let Ariel deal with that mess, okay? Because I ain't the one.
I have one word for you: Jaws.
Yeah, I mean, from what I remember of the first game, I was like, oh yeah, y'all went too deep. Y'all really didn't need to go any further than go. But okay, y'all gonna do y'all macadamia nuts. Y'all gonna do what you gonna do. But yeah, I'm excited for that.
I really enjoyed that. Like that was a time like I started getting into streaming and like watching people stream. You were one of the people. It was you and the Grim Freaker were the two people. Like that was my must see television. Like I would actually turn off my TV and just like watch y'all like stream. Like that was my like when you would stream at like 8, 9, whatever it is. That would be what I would watch instead of TV. I would sit there and watch, and I would read, and I would listen, and I would also like pay attention to how you were like telling the stories of the games and everything, because you both had a very like intimate like setting with the people watching and and it wasn't as like everybody's got a stream for it now. It was something that was really cool, and it was different from probably what other people's were. So I would watch those religiously, and that game really hit me. I was like, oh, this is really cool, and it has like I don't know if horror is the word I would use. I would say more like a supernatural thriller.
Yeah, okay, that seems more appropriate.
You know what I mean? But it was so good and everything. So I definitely want to. I honestly want to see you replay the game, the first one. Truthfully,
yeah, I could do that. I could Oxenfree again.
I honestly want to see that because watching the first one was great, but redoing it now, and then I really want to see that new one and you stream it because that was just fun. That was just a really fun time, truthfully. Because that was how many years ago was that?
Oh God.
I want to say that was before the pandemic, correct?
Dang. That's a good
Wow.
question. Let me
I want
check.
to say it was before,
Shoot. You know what?
or maybe you know what? Time is hard to tell before.
Let me look at my docs.
Before
true.
Pan and after Pan are very, very different times.
Yeah.
It's hard to tell. It's hard to tell. But I would love to, even if you aren't able to replay it, I would love to rewatch that. And then like you should definitely like just repost that watch because it was just really fun. That game.
Oxenfree. Because I have a whole document of all the defeated games I did.
Mhm.
Oxenfree was in 2021.
Oh, so it was after. Oh, so maybe that's another reason
Okay.
why I was watching it was because I was starting to watch streamers more because I was on like Twitch more, like checking things out. Oh, okay, cool.
That was
So-
one of the later ones that I mean, I haven't beaten the game since We Are OFK, I think. So that was 2022. So now we over here. I don't know. No, I probably need to update it. I don't know. I'll figure it out.
There you go. So yeah, that's gonna be fun and definitely looking forward to that stream because like I said, that was one of and I mean yeah, like if you're gonna go watch a stream and you're looking for Oxenfree, you're gonna go to Joy Infinity on Twitch. I mean, it just seems like her name is spelled right there. I mean, if you do want to check it out, I mean it's just there. So why
Right
not?
down here.
Exactly. So look, again, we've covered what we've covered everything. We're going to keep giving you stuff that's across the board. Now, when the pandemic started, everything shut down, entertainment, everything. We didn't know what we were going to go. Everything was kind of on hold, but some places were still giving us content. Now, summer usually happens. We get big blockbuster movies, but the first summer of the pandemic was a blockbuster-less movie. A blockbuster-less summer, except for a little company you may have heard of called Netflix.
Huh.
You heard of them? You heard about this company? Yeah, you've heard of them?
Netflixo.
So Netflix, okay. So Netflix did something really incredible. They put out 2 movies that really hit, and if they had been in theaters, they would have been like box office like movies, truly. But they were box office movies at home. The 2 movies were The Old Guard, which is based on a comic from Greg Rucka out of Image, and the other movie was Extraction. Now, this was also based off of a comic called See or Die.
Mm.
Well, we're post-pandemic-ish,
Yeah.
but we're still going to be having fun at home this summer with Extraction 2.
Ooh.
So Tyler Rake is back, the character played by Chris Hemsworth, who is like a mercenary, gun for hire, who you send him in to kind of get like your someone back who has been kidnapped or is being held hostage, what have you. So we're gonna get this again. This is gonna be, I want to say, let me see when the date is. That
June 16th. It's on the poster.
Thank you very much. Oh yeah, I was zooming in. I could not see it. I don't have my glasses. Inside baseball, folks. So June 16th, this is going to be great. Again, there's going to be an Old Guard 2 coming out at some point too, but we weren't sure with the ending of Extraction. We didn't know if we were going to be getting this again. Now, the thing about this movie is it is actually the second movie being directed by Sam Hargrave, who directed the first one. This was his first directing thing. He was the head stunt coordinator for, I believe it was Winter Soldier and a couple of MCU movies, and he worked very closely with the Russos. Joe Russo is actually part of this movie as well, and you can definitely tell. Now, the movie supposedly is boasting a 21-minute long take action scene.
Wow.
If you know movies and you know a long take is where the shot is continuously going and it does not break. Now, the first Extraction had one that was really great in this staircase. This one is going to have one, I think it's supposed to be on a train, and it's 21 minutes long. That is not an easy thing to do at all. getting a take, especially an action take, all in one. It's
Mm-hmm.
not. But it was one of my favorite movies. I've watched it about 5 or 6 times. It's just so good to see the intricacies. This might be my favorite Chris Hemsworth movie. No offense to any of the MCU movies or anything like that. It might be.
Mm-hmm.
I believe Jabba just had some technical difficulty. She has
She was blown away by the handsomeness of Crims.
she
Crims.
she that's how handsome he is. That's how handsome he is that you cannot his name
Ooh,
befuddles you.
Crims Hemsworth. Oh, Chris Hemsworth. Wow.
Yes. Yes. She had to make an extraction from the show because the man was just too dope. But she's back now.
Hey.
And it's all good. She was extracted from the show.
Yeah,
Chris
he kicked me out.
Yeah. Chris Hemsworth said, "Wait, I thought I was going to save you, but no, you're fine. Here."
Jabba.
I didn't have my train ticket.
He was so fine. I said Crims Hemsworth.
You just
Crims.
Crims.
beat the man's name all up.
Baby Crims.
Lord.
He fine.
So yeah, this is going to be fun. June 16th. The movies, well, for East Coast anyway, Netflix movies, they drop here 3 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. I have been known to, if I have the day off the next day, I'll wake up early and I'll be like, oh, I can't sleep, and I'll just go, yep, I'll watch it, and I'll watch it right then. And I've done that with a couple of things. So I'm excited about this. This is going to be fun. If you don't feel safe going out, still, I'm not going to judge you, what have you. You don't feel good going out, you want to watch a blockbuster movie, watch Extraction, then dive right into Extraction 2. I promise you, you will have a joyous time.
Hey.
There you go.
Man, I'm jealous that you can be up late at night and you can watch a movie and not go to sleep, because I have that problem.
Oh, I didn't say that I wasn't falling asleep. I had said nothing about that.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I was like,
I will give it my best effort. And then I will try to watch it the next day. Oh, I fall asleep in the theaters too many times. I do. Yeah, it happens to me a lot because I'm up so early sometimes that I'm just tired. And those recliners, no.
Gone.
Recliners, popcorn, and some lemon iced tea.
That's it. That's a wrap. We over.
Yeah, you might as well. I thought I was touching my pad and I'm just rubbing my finger on my phone. And I'm like, why is my computer working?
Where is it going?
Awesome. That's what's up. What have you got, Jabba? There you go. You move positions, so coordinate now. I got
kicked. Okay, so apparently the 16th of June is a very popular date for movies. It really is, because all right, so we do have. There's 2 of them, but I'm gonna do them in like different segments, because I'm gonna get this one out the way. We do have The Fastest Man Alive running on the 16th with a couple other superheroes that we are fans of, which is The Flash. So I know for most people who have been like up with it, there's been a whole bunch of controversy between the actors, but we don't say nothing. All we know is that we are going to have 2 Batmans. We are going to have Ben Affleck, and we're going to have, drum roll please again, we're going to have Michael Keaton.
Yes.
Bringing back the cowl. So, amongst other things, we may see, besides the main person, I am excited. I want to see this movie, but I don't know when I'm going to see said movie. Like, if it wasn't for other things. But that's all I'm going to say. But you know what? You know, I might, screw that. I'm actually going to combine another movie just to, not leave on a sour note, because I feel bad. Yes. We are taking another one, which is also going to be hitting in theaters June 16th, called The Blackening.
Yes.
Now. Yes. Yes. It is said to be a horror comedy, and pretty much for any Black person that has seen any horror movie, period, what we are thinking in our minds is going to be out on film.
Nope.
Now, yes. I believe with the cast that is already going to be talking about, that are like the 3 leads from what is the article is posted, is going to have Antoinette Robertson, Dwayne Perkins, and Cinquia Walls. I might be pronouncing that name wrong, so I'm sorry. But yeah, we've already seen the trailer. We can't show it on here due to various languages and stuff, but I'm pretty sure that these 2 can vouch. It is going to be something funny for the Black community to enjoy. So yes, it's going to be coming out in theaters on June 16th.
Yes.
Yeah, yeah. That movie is going to be, yeah. The Blackening looks. The trailer itself looks hilarious. So I've got to
Yes.
see that. That's also the weekend before Juneteenth. So I think that's why, that's going to be a big weekend. It's going to be Juneteenth is that Monday, I
Yeah, you change this
believe.
that Monday
Yeah, that
because I do
Monday.
have off for work.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah. That's going to be a huge weekend. Um, Black folks going to be in theaters. I mean, let's be real. It's going to be that time. Look, we're going to have big fun, and the Blackening is going to be something so funny, stuff that we like you said, that we've all thought. But the fact that it's a horror movie with all Black people, and we all know that the trope of a Black person has to die 1st.
Mm-hmm.
Who's the
Yep.
And then you got to go, wow. And then the first, we find out that the first joke that they have of the trailer is the blackest person here has to die, and they're all trying to say who is the blackest person and the reasons why they're not the blackest person. It's just a huge funny send up and almost like a parody on the tropes and everything, and I just love it. Yeah, I'm so here for it. The fact that it's a game and it starts out wrong because they all just go away somewhere.
Even the game is sus too.
Yes,
the game is sus too, and even for people that haven't watched the trailer, let's just say it's literally like if you're going to a trip with your friends, and the first game that they play is not Uno, it's not Monopoly. Y'all playing spades. That is the blackest thing
Ever.
that anybody could think of a game. If you're not playing either the following games, spades, dominoes, or Uno, you ain't playing anything else.
I'm scared.
Does everybody
already.
play Taboo? Nah.
Maybe in the 90s.
I used to kill Taboo. Murder that
No.
game. Yeah, but those are the blackest games possible. And it's just this is just, if this movie doesn't make money, I will be completely surprised. I will be so, especially that I will be
fact,
so
it was actually originally a short film that was an improv.
Oh.
That they made into a movie. Yeah.
Oh, I would love to watch that. That's got to be on YouTube. I would figure somewhere. That has to be on YouTube.
Yeah, so, it originally was as the statement goes, originally a short movie by the improv comedy group 3P is now been made into a movie because they premiered it at the 2022 Toronto International Film Festival.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'll definitely have to watch that because just seeing that alone, could probably be the trailer, and for it to be improv, I definitely want to watch that.
Same.
Awesome.
I'm excited.
I'm very excited for that. Thank you very much for that one, Java.
No
and
problem.
Joy, what's your next one up?
So I was trying to figure out, should I say about the TV show or the movie? But you did movie, so I'm kind of like, I should probably talk about the TV show. But then there's a comic. Okay. I'm gonna go on the TV show. There are games, obviously. I do. There's 2 games that I know are gonna come out in the summer, but I was like, all right, I don't know. The show that I'm most excited for, it's on Netflix. It's the finale of Never Have I Ever. And I don't think a lot of people have seen it here, but Never Have I Ever is, of course, a high school, TV show where she's not a nerd, but she's uncool. She's unpopular. Her name is Davy, and the person that is her inner voice is McEnroe. What is his first name? He's a tennis star.
John McEnroe.
John. Okay, John. I was gonna say John Cena. Jesus Christ. John McEnroe.
No.
Can't see me. Can't see. Couldn't he see him in my mind either? Yeah. John McEnroe is her inner voice, and I really, really love this show. It's Southeast Asian involved. I don't want to say Indian, Indian from India, but they're really dope. They have so many wonderful characters, and she goes from freshman uncool to senior. I know who I am in life. I know what I want. I know what I'm doing. Now, her father, I'm kind of giving stuff away, but not really. If you saw the show, you saw the show. Her father is one of the men from Heroes. If you ever saw Heroes,
Wait,
yes,
who's the
child.
father?
No.
Who's the father again?
The hot, sexy man from Heroes in beautiful hair. Hold
trying
on.
to remember his name. He was one of the coolest guys.
Oh my God.
He was the one that knew about all the heroes. He was
Yes.
the cabbie. And he was the one whose father was doing research, I think, or something.
Wait a second. Hold on. Mohinder
Yes,
Suresh.
yes, Mohinder. Yes.
Oh,
This
okay.
That dude
man.
was awesome. I love it. He's in it. Okay,
This
yeah,
man.
he's
He the
always
daddy.
awesome. He's always awesome.
Oh, okay.
Unfortunately, in the show, sorry, he's a ghost. Like, he's not real, but he's so sexy. Oh my God. So there's a thing that Davy goes through. Unfortunately, spoiler alert, she watches her father die. Like, she doesn't realize she's watching him die. So that traumatized her. So she goes through high school being the girl that's known for the traumatizing thing. It was so bad that, like, she was paralyzed. Like, her legs just stopped working. It was very strange. But she's gone through a lot, Davy. Her friends, a biracial black girl who comes out of the closet, and a wonderful Asian girl who wants to be an actress. And it's just really nice to see this kind of go full circle. And I've been trying to tell people about Never Have I Ever. I'm a little tiny bit rusty because I hadn't seen it. I just kind of binged the whole thing, and I was crying like in the middle of the night, just like, ah! And baby's looking at me like, "What is wrong with you?" I'm like, "Look at the thing. She did the thing." So yeah, I'm really, really excited for that. That's coming out, I believe, in June. Should be the first week of June. But y'all don't. I mean, I know I've been binging Demon Slayer, which, my God, but once that show comes on episodes, I will be on silent. Like, no, just I have to finish it. So
it'll probably be like a Tuesday or a Friday, because I think that's usually when Netflix usually does their releases are Tuesdays and Fridays. It seems like.
It's coming out June 8th.
June 8th. Okay, that's
June
I
8th.
wonder if that's a Tuesday or a Friday.
I think it is a Tuesday.
It's a Thursday.
It's a Thursday.
Oh,
okay.
Completely blew that out the water. Nice.
It's a Thursday. Yep. So yeah, shout out to them. They've been a great team. And I feel bad for saying this now that I brought it up in my mind. It's executive produced by Mindy Kaling. Now, I don't know how y'all feel about her, but I really enjoy how it is. But now that I'm seeing her pattern of how she does shows, I'm kind of like, not the show's great, but it's because of her. And I'm kind of like, oh no.
Yeah. Well, at least because you can have a person who's like divisive like that, but they can have a show that really hits.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it can, not whatever. Yeah. As long as it's a good show and everything, and this is the final season.
Yep. They're wrapping.
So how many seasons has it had so far?
3.
Is that 3 seasons? Okay.
So this is their 4th season.
Fourth and final.
Oh, so basically like high school. Okay. All right.
Yep.
All right.
Which I was
Makes
like,
sense.
Yeah, that does.
Nice. Especially for me, like I categorized myself as the miscellaneous. I wasn't in any group. I wasn't popular. I wasn't not popular. I just was there.
Right.
It's nice to see her go from 0 to hero like Hercules. I like it. And also have some gay stuff in it because, hey.
Well, it's good to have like that type. You need representation of all groups. So if it's good and it's great and it's also hitting you with different topics and everything, especially that age group. I mean, yeah, that's a win, and it's nice to see something run its full course. Hopefully, that was its full course, like on purpose. It wasn't canceled. Honestly, to have a show run its full course on Netflix.
And shout out to what's her name? Oh my gosh, I see her all the time. She's her therapist in the show. Black woman, she got married. She came out the closet too, but not really.
Niecy Nash.
Niecy, yes, freaking okay. Niecy Nash is in it. She's her therapist, Davy's therapist. She kind of guides her between right and wrong and stuff. And then she's like, "What are you doing, Davy?" She's like, "I don't know. I'm just living my life." She's like, "Girl, if you don't get out of my office," like it's just so funny. Like I like how
I love
he's in this.
I love me some Niecy Nash.
Niecy is so funny in it. Like, she's so cool, but she's super real. Like, it's not the stereotypical girl, you need to get it together. She's just like, and how did that make you feel?
Mm-hmm.
Well, you see, Davy, this is why you need to just stop doing what you think you're doing, and you need to do what you know you need to be doing. She's like, you're right, doctor, whatever. Like, I forgot her name now, but like, Dr. So-and-so, and I'm just, it's so nice.
She's always on point. She's like everything she does. There's a movie she did for Netflix. Oh my god.
Last one she did was like,
oh, I didn't see that. Uncorked.
Uncorked is it's about this young man who his father and his mother's played by Niecy Nash, and the father is played by Courtney B. Vance.
Oh,
okay.
They run like this barbecue shop that's been in, I think it's, I want to say St. Louis. Barbecue shop's been there for like generations and everything. So they want him to, take over. He has dreams of becoming a sommelier. So the first time he says something at the dinner table, there's like all his family and everything. He says, well, I want to be a sommelier. One of the relatives, I think on a cousin like that, says, you want to be a pirate? And they said, no, that's a Somalian. And it becomes this whole different conversation. And he's sitting there like, oh my God, and they're all going back and forth. And it's very poignant. And it's about him trying to find his own way and to be a sommelier. And you see him like learning about wine. And it made me I started like taking things in from what he was saying about the wine and being able to smell the oak and everything. And Niecy Nash plays the story. And it's very bittersweet. And I actually got a little choked up watching it, like towards the end. But it was so good and so funny. It feels real. It's all, again, authentic. It feels real and it's incredible. And yeah, so after you're done with Never Have I Ever, go check out Uncorked. I want to tell you, it was one of those movies that was really good. Wasn't talked about a lot, but it should have been. And it's a Netflix original, so it will be on there forever.
Oh, nice. Okay.
I'm on it right now.
Yeah.
Uncorked.
So, yeah. What's next from you, Java?
All right, so last one, and it's actually surprising. So hopefully we are going to get a good turnout. We mentioned this before, but DC has another movie out, which surprisingly, DC really doesn't come up with that many summer blockbusters, like at all. And that movie is The Blue Beetle. Because Blue Beetle comes out August 18th. So technically speaking, we do have 2 DC movies coming out within the summer spectrum. Because yes, we know the Guardians of the Galaxy and I think Ant-Man came out. Well, Guardians of the Galaxy came out May 5th, and Ant-Man came out. What was it, like April or March? Yeah, I want to say because
it's on Netflix. Excuse me, not Netflix. It's on Disney Plus now.
Already for Ant-Man?
Yeah.
Let's check.
Okay.
Yeah. You good.
Okay.
That's fine. I mean, obviously watch it if you want to, because it does do some story building. But
Ant-Man is on there.
I just didn't realize it came out that. I didn't realize it came out that quick. But like going back to actually having more DC movies coming out and actually within close proximity, because you figure The Flash coming out on June 16th, and literally 2 months later we're gonna have The Blue Beetle. Because it comes out August 18th. So I'm looking forward to it. We already seen the trailer from our previous episode, so I'm still waiting. And I think this one is gonna be under James Gunn. I don't know about The Flash, but I think this one's the first James Gunn movie for the new DC realm, I believe. Because I don't think The Flash was a part of that James Gunn changeover. The way it was being filmed.
That was because there was. That kind of goes into the whole thing. That one has been in development for a long time.
Yeah, there was stuff.
Things happening. You all know what's
right.
But so well before Gunn.
Yeah. So Blue Beetle will be the first James Gunn part of for his franchise for the DC realm. So who knows how that's gonna turn out, what we're gonna see from it. But like I said, we already seen the trailer. I'm excited for it and I can't wait. So August 18th, go get your tickets. I'm pretty sure you can probably pre-order by the middle of July.
Oh yeah,
give or take.
this is one. Yeah, the trailer alone was just cool, and the characters become very popular because of the Young Justice animated series.
Mm-hmm.
Because of what's the DC video game? Oh, jeez.
What, Injustice?
Yes, thank you. Because of that, he's in that, and the character has just become very popular in the comics as well.
Yeah.
So I mean, and the movie again. I'm going to say this because if you look at the feel and you look at the way the music plays, they've got this from Black Panther.
Mm.
If you look at the Black Panther trailer, if you look at Shang-Chi trailer,
Mm.
if you look at this trailer, there's a cultural thing there. It hits cultural beats and the music and everything. They knew what they were doing with this, and it has that feel, that vibe. That's not a bad thing. That's a great thing because Black Panther and Shang-Chi are two of my favorites because they're on a different level. They're in a whole different realm than the other MC movies. Blue Beetle looks incredible. And if Gunn's farewell to the MCU was Guardians of the Galaxy 3, which was incredible. Absolutely loved it. So to see him let loose a little bit more and be able to push that envelope a little bit more with DC, I'm excited to see where we go with this movie. This will be a cultural one. It looks incredible. The effects look amazing. Yeah, I will see this. I will not. This will be the DC movie that I see this summer. That's what I'll say. I'm gonna be very coy about that.
I mean, fingers crossed. Like, I'm a DC fan, so it's like I just hope the DC realm goes into a good limelight for stuff. My thing is, I just don't want a reboot of the big three. I don't want another Superman. I don't want another Batman. I don't want another Wonder Woman. Just give me more stories.
Yeah.
That's it. That's my only thing.
Yeah, more stories with all. They have a library of characters they can go with, and we just get the same. Well, we get the Holy Trinity.
Well, I mean, the only reason why I'm saying that is because Wonder Woman just got rebooted, like, you know, from like the past 10 years or so with the new. Like, but I'm saying we've all seen Superman and Batman since the 80s and then some. I don't want to see another reboot. The only way that I would see a reboot is unless they were doing like a different timeline. That's it.
Yeah,
that's it.
Yeah, I don't know how Flash is going to coincide with the other one because
I'm not
Flash,
even talking about like the combination. I'm just talking about like if they were to do like a reboot for like Superman and Batman, if they just do a completely different timeline. I don't want the same crap where it's like, okay, Batman's parents got shot. We all knew that. Superman's planet blew up. We all know. I want a different timeline story from whatever like multiverse you want to pick from. Go for it. Not the same one that everybody knows. It gets boring.
They could definitely do, and this is what I pitched for years. They could definitely do movies like even on HBO Max. Well, it'll be Max soon. They could do movies that are just called Elseworlds, where they could actually do them after the Elseworlds comics, because those were incredible comics. They could do Speeding Bullet, which is one of my favorite ones, where it's Clark Kent is raised by the Waynes in Gotham, and there's another one where Batman actually ends up getting I forgot the character's name, but the Green Lantern ring. When the alien dies, he actually like Batman gets it. There's one where it's I think it's called Amazonia, maybe. Can't remember where there are so many different things they can do. That would be awesome. That could be their what ifs. Animated series. They could easily do that. I said that before What Ifs came out. Somebody should hire me, really. But yeah, this is gonna be a movie. I really just want to see this movie. It really looks fun, and yeah, I want to see the interaction between Jaime and the and the Beetle.
Oh yeah, I want to see that. But yeah, but those are my stories for movies that are coming out this summer, so I'm excited for them.
Yes. And Joy Infinity, you had a movie for us with an interesting title.
I did. I saw this not too on the interwebs when I was searching for stuff, and it sounds bad, but it's good. The title is The Angry Black Girl Triggered. The Angry Black Girl and Her Monster. Which
and
I'm like, But
Yeah.
let's check it out.
And we're going to watch the trailer right now, folks. This is Java and my first time seeing it. This will be Joe's
Yeah.
first time watching it in regular. So let's go.
Death is a disease. It infected my brother Chris. My hypothesis, there's a cure.
Your daughter has a very disturbing obsession.
What obsession?
Death.
Oh, okay. He's in this.
Just think about your brother. You didn't have the chance to bury him. Just wish I could catch who took his body.
Death is the disease that broke my family. I'm sick of seeing it.
What Jada be running around here calling you some type of mad scientist?
Can I hang out with my friend?
What friend?
Chris.
Where did you see him?
He talks to me.
Ma'am.
Yeah. He's here.
Oh, no.
What are you doing?
I didn't mean for this to happen.
They called him a monster. And he believed it. Death is a disease. There's a cure.
Wow.
Okay, so
Notion has been
Wow.
the center.
So we literally just have a modern day Frankenstein.
yeah,
Black girl version.
Yeah.
You know what's weird though?
And when
I saw her, I kept thinking about Storm Reed though. Like even though I see her, I know her. Like I've seen her in other things, but I kept thinking like, oh man, I think Storm Reed would kill this too. But go ahead.
No, because I was looking, because especially when I saw where it said Crypt TV, I'm like, I've seen them do other stuff, and I'm like, what have I seen them do before? So I just did like a quick little thing. Okay, they do a lot of those short films on YouTube. If you ever look at them, they do a lot of those short films on YouTube, and there's actually, because on a quick Wikipedia look, there's a web television series on Peacock called The Girl in the Woods. And they do the Friendship Bracelet and Keep Out digital series, which is on Netflix. I'm trying to give y'all places to watch. But yeah, so like I knew they looked familiar. So yeah, I think a lot of kind of like they do some scary stuff.
Yeah. God.
the young girl. I'm trying to remember her name. She's on The Equalizer.
Yes.
With Queen Latifah.
Yes.
If you have not watched it,
Okay.
That's one of the best shows out there, and I'm not even trying to be funny saying that. It hits a lot of things immensely. You got Queen Latifah. You got the let me look up the young lady's name because she's really just incredible. And you have
Leah D. Leon Hayes.
Yes.
I know her from Raven's Home, which is why I was like, oh, I know that girl. Like,
Oh,
she's
yeah.
not- I think she just graduated from college too. Like she's, I believe.
She's got to be because in this show she plays. I think her age is maybe 17, 18. I want to say in the show by now.
Mm-hmm.
I wanna
She
say
had. Am I blending the wrong girl? I don't know. Shoot. I'm thinking. I think I'm thinking of the other girl. There's another girl. I'm sorry. Well, I'm sure she's 18 now. She's 18. She didn't graduate from college. Not yet.
Joy, you know who she is?
Who?
This is a she played as Anger Boda in God of War. She was the voice of it.
Oh yes, the one with the she the oh my god, was she like the psychic
that does all the paintings and stuff? And like she was technically like part giant, where she would like give off like the futures and stuff. And I'm like, what does her name really mean? And it was like Name of Despair. I'm like, yo, her name means anger and despair.
That's rude for them to name her after that.
But
now,
you're right. But now looking at her, they probably did facial captions from her. Because she does like a character.
I'm sure that was mocap all day. Ooh.
Oh yeah.
This man. Ooh,
no. That was the name that Layla the DeLeon Hayes and Lorraine Toussaint, who is always killing it and stuff. You get 3 generations of Black women in this show, and the backdrop is action and whatever, but the stories that it tells about what they're going through and dealing with, and the 3 generations living under one roof and how they're getting along and dealing with things is it's one of the best shows, honestly, out there. But this looks like, this is definitely a modern day Frankenstein. I love how the Notebook even said Prometheus on there. If you know like Greek mythology, then this feels like it's going to be one of those horror movies that.
Wait, Prometheus? Prometheus?
Yes.
Yep.
That was in Chrono Trigger.
Titans.
Yeah, that's one of the Titans in Greek mythology.
Yeah.
Oh,
Prometheus gave humanity fire. So Zeus, I believe it was Zeus. Yeah, Zeus wanted to punish Prometheus, and I believe chained him to a rock and had vultures or buzzards, I think, whatever, constantly pick at his body. He'd regenerate and then to do it all the next day all over again for eternity. I believe that's the myth. Yeah. Brutal. So that's a very important character and one of the Titans. This movie looks
good because they got a decent cast. They even got because Chad L. Coleman, if anybody's a Walking Dead fan, he also played as Tyrese in the show for a couple seasons, and he was also his latest project was Superman and Lois. He's playing as one of the characters from there. I don't know him off of the comics. He's in season 3? Yeah. He looks like a little baddie. He apparently Bruno Mannheim.
He's playing Mannheim?
Mm-hmm.
Oh. I have issues with that show with the first episode, but whatever. I haven't watched it since. I got about 30 minutes in and I was like, this is BS. Never mind. Cameron Mannheim is the head of Intergang in Metropolis.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So you see how we crossing things? We got people coming from God of War, now from Walking Dead and Superman and Lois, and now also they doing a modern day Frankenstein. Mm-hmm. You know what it also gave me, and I'm pretty sure Antonio can vouch for me, it gave me Swarm. It gave me Mega Swarm vibes. The way the filmography was, I'm like, this gives me Swarm vibes. If it wasn't a movie, I would definitely watch this as a show.
Yeah, but it's all. I think it's also because it's from the people who did Mandy, and Mandy, from what I understand, is very like that. Filmed the same way, a lot of bright colors, imagery is very trippy kind of feel. So and Shudder, and Shudder is also part of this. And Shudder is ridiculous with horror. Obviously, they're a horror channel, so they've got to be ridiculous with the horror. So this looks like So you're gonna get a mix of stuff. You're gonna get superheroes. You're gonna get horror. You're gonna get comedy, horror comedy. You've got comics. You've got games. You've got TV series. There's a lot going on this summer, and that's just the tip of the iceberg. So there's gonna be a lot more coming out that we haven't even spoke about. But we'll be talking about more things as they come about and as the weeks come on, because we're gonna be watching stuff. We're gonna be reading stuff. We're gonna be listening to stuff. We're gonna be streaming stuff.
Yep.
Yes. Clearly.
There you go.
As per usual.
Exactly. So that's all of our upcoming stuff that we wanted to spotlight this Memorial Day weekend for the summer, right?
Yep.
Cool.
Yes, sir.
So, folks, on that note, remember Monday, 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, you can catch new episodes of To Be Announced. where it will be.
Me, Joy Infinity.
And where can they find you, Joy Infinity?
On everywhere, on all the things. Instagram, Facebook, Twitch, Twitter, email, all that jazz.
Don't email her. Just don't email her.
Unless you want to talk
Don't be
about
weird.
money.
Spam her.
Email me for some opportunities that pay. I'm
Well,
talking
yeah,
you,
that.
Twitch.
Well, yeah. Wow. Just coming for the jugular.
Boom.
Might as well. And where can they find you, Java?
Me?
So
Yeah.
awkward twinning now.
Yeah, you can find me on all the interwebs, IG, Twitch, obviously with my little handle right over there. So yeah, you can find me there.
And you can find me on the Hungry Bleak podcast every Friday, 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, a new episode of the Hungry Bleak podcast. I will be going on a bit of a season finale hiatus soon, so you will not be able to find me there. But for the time being, Fridays, 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, episodes of the Hungry Bleak podcast. You can find me on Instagram under the Hungry Bleak podcast. On Facebook, you can find me under the Hungry Bleak. And yeah, don't bother with Twitter or just don't. Twitch, you can find me. Hopefully I'll stream some games over summer. I actually want to stream something other than Destiny, because unfortunately, as much as I love Destiny, I am growing very tired and repetitive of Destiny. Unfortunately. But I will be playing some other games. I have Assassin's Creed Origins, and I have Mass Effect. I really want to finish Ghost of Tsushima. That will be my next thing, I think, to stream, because that game is beautiful. I was playing through it the other day and I was like, I like riding a horse through this incredibly lush grass, seeing the wind blow and the blossoms. Everything's awesome. So yes, you could check us all out at our various spots. Folks, have a wonderful week. Enjoy it. And remember, leave it better than you found it. Okay? That's the best way to leave things. All right? Y'all have a good one. Enjoy. We're going to get some shoulder shaking going. So y'all